Chosen one, listen closely. This word is for you. You did not stumble here by accident. No, this moment is divinely orchestrated, a meeting set by heaven itself. You are here because God has been watching, testing, and refining you in silence. And now the appointed time has come for you to receive what has been hidden, promised, and prepared in secret. Your faith has been tested not once, not twice, but again and again. And though you felt weary, though the nights grew long and the prayers seemed unanswered, you never let go of your belief. Even in the storm, you whispered, "God, I still trust you." And heaven heard every word. The world does not understand you. They see only the struggle, the delays, the rejection, the waiting. But what they do not see is the fire within you that refused to die. What they cannot comprehend is the strength God has been building in your spirit through every test. Chosen one, hear this clearly. Your faith was not in vain. The tears were not wasted. The prayers did not evaporate into silence. Every hidden sacrifice, every silent battle, every unseen choice to walk in righteousness has reached the throne of God. And now He is saying, "I will honor it with reward." You are about to step into a shift, one that will not only confirm that you were chosen, but reveal why you were chosen. Doors that were once shut will begin to open. People who once overlooked you will not be able to ignore you. Opportunities that seemed impossible will suddenly align. This is not coincidence. It is the evidence of divine reward. But let me tell you this, what is coming is bigger than anything you've imagined. It is not simply an answer to a prayer, it is a fulfillment of destiny. For the Lord does not reward halfway. When He honors faith, He does it in abundance. Stay with me until the end, because what I will reveal in this message carries prophetic weight for your journey. By the time you finish hearing this word, you will understand why the tests came, what they built inside you, and how God is about to honor your unwavering faith with a reward that will overflow into every part of your life. Chosen one, lean in. The revelation begins now. Chosen one, let me remind you where this message comes from. These are not simply my words, nor random thoughts falling into your ears. This is a prophetic release, a whisper carried from the throne of heaven, straight into your spirit. You have been searching, praying, even wondering if God still remembers your name. And here you are hearing the very confirmation that He has not forgotten. Understand this: when God speaks, He does not speak into the void. He speaks into hearts that are ready, into souls that have endured, into vessels that have been refined by fire. And you, chosen one, are one of those vessels. You are not ordinary. You are not overlooked in the heavens. You are marked, sealed, and recognized by the Most High. The tests you faced were not random misfortunes. They were divine appointments designed to prove the authenticity of your faith. Each challenge, each delay, each moment of silence was God's way of preparing you for a greater unveiling. And now He sends this word through me to let you know the waiting has not been wasted. This is not just encouragement, it is confirmation. For deep inside you have sensed that something was shifting. You have felt the stirring in your spirit. You've noticed how the things of this world no longer satisfy you the way they once did. You've grown restless, hungry for something more, something only God can give. That hunger was planted by Him because He has been preparing to fill it. Chosen one, your life is not a mistake. Every step has been guided even when you thought you were lost. Every delay was protection. Every closed door was redirection. And every moment you kept believing despite not seeing became a testimony that heaven could not ignore. God is saying to you now, I saw you when no one else did. I heard you when no one else listened. I counted every tear and I stored them as evidence of your faith. Now I rise to honor you. This message is not for the masses, it is for you. That is why it pierces your heart as you listen. That is why it feels like it was written with your name upon it. Because the Lord has set this time apart to remind you, you are chosen, not forgotten. You are called, not discarded. You are remembered, not abandoned. So lean in, chosen one. Let your heart open. Let your spirit receive. For the prophecy that is about to be unveiled is not merely words. It is the unfolding of your next chapter. It is heaven's response to the faith you refuse to let die. You are standing at the edge of revelation. The door is about to swing open. The light is about to break forth, and God Himself is about to honor the faith you thought no one saw. The stage is set. The heavens are watching. The reward is near. Chosen one, the time has come to unveil what heaven has been whispering over your life. You have endured the test, and now the prophecy of reward stands before you. God is declaring, because you remained faithful in the season of trial, I will now bring you into a season of honor and fulfillment. Do you feel it? The stirring deep within. That is not imagination, it is alignment. The Spirit has been positioning you for this moment, and now the scales are tipping in your favor. For years you have been walking through what felt like wilderness, dry ground, unanswered prayers, doors that would not open people who turned their backs. But this wilderness was not abandonment, it was preparation. It was there in the silence that God trained your ears to hear His voice. It was there in the waiting that your roots went deep. And it is from that hidden place that He now calls you forth. The prophecy is this: your season of testing is breaking open into a season of reward. The very areas where you endured pain will become the places of your greatest testimony. The stones thrown at you will become the foundation of your rising. The very voices that doubted you will soon witness the evidence of God's hand upon your life. I see doors unlocking doors no man could force open before. These are not ordinary opportunities. They are divine alignments. God is orchestrating connections, resources, and breakthroughs that your own strength could never have secured. He is saying, I am honoring your faith by opening what was once shut. I see restoration flowing, relationships healed, resources multiplied, peace restored. What was lost will not only be replaced, but multiplied. Where the enemy tried to strip you bare, the Lord now clothes you in abundance. I see elevation, your voice carrying where it was once silenced, influence growing where you were once hidden. This is not for your glory, but for His. God is lifting you so that others will see His light through your life. Chosen one, this is not a small shift. It is a divine turning point. You are stepping from obscurity into visibility, from silence into testimony, from delay into acceleration. But hear this carefully, the prophecy is not just about what you will receive, it is about who you will become. God is not only rewarding you with blessings, He is rewarding you with transformation. The faith forged in trial has made you into a vessel strong enough to carry greater responsibility, greater light, greater destiny. The reward is not a single event. It is a season, a flow, a river that will continue to unfold. And you will recognize it not only in the breakthroughs that come, but in the deep peace that surrounds you, in the clarity that fills your mind, and in the joy that springs up unshakable in your soul. Yes, there will still be challenges ahead. But from this moment forward, the foundation is different. You are no longer standing in the shadows of testing. You are walking in the light of fulfillment. Chosen one, remember this. God does not forget. He does not overlook. He does not abandon. The tests you endured were the evidence of your chosen status. And now, the prophecy unveiled is this. Your reward is coming forth, and nothing can stop it. So lift your head, open your heart, step boldly into this word. For the same God who tested your faith is the same God who now rises to honor it. The unveiling has begun. Chosen one. Now that the prophecy has been unveiled, let us go deeper into its meaning. For the promises of God are not shallow, they are layered rich and full of mysteries waiting to be uncovered. When God tested your faith, it was not because He wanted to see you suffer. No. The test was a divine forge. Just as gold must pass through fire to be purified, so must your spirit pass through trials to emerge radiant, strong and unshakable. The heat was never meant to destroy you. It was meant to reveal you. Consider this: a seed must be buried in the dark before it can break forth into light. In the soil unseen and forgotten, it dies to what it once was, so that it may live as something greater. Chosen one, that was your journey. The times you felt buried, overlooked, hidden away. It was not death, but transformation. God was allowing you to break open so that new life could spring forth. This is the spiritual principle behind your testing. Faith is not proven in comfort. It is proven in the storm. When the winds raged and the waves crashed, you chose to hold on. And in doing so, your roots went deep. The shallow fall away when the trial comes, but the chosen endure. And because you endured, your foundation now stands unshakable. Every storm has a purpose. Storms strip away what is temporary so that what is eternal may remain. The delays taught you patience. The betrayals taught you discernment. The loneliness taught you intimacy with God. Each hardship was not random. It was strategic. Heaven was shaping you into someone who could carry the weight of destiny. You see, chosen one, destiny is not light. It is heavy. To be trusted with influence, with authority, with breakthrough, it requires strength. And strength is not given. It is forged. God allowed the tests to refine you, to strip away the pride, the doubt, the reliance on man, until you stood dependent only on Him. That is the secret of your power. Think of doors. A locked door is not always a denial. Sometimes it is a delay until the key is placed in your hand. God has been molding you into the key that fits the door of your destiny. Every jagged edge in your story, every painful cut, every shaping experience, it all carved you into the exact shape needed to open what is ahead. Think of seasons. Winter feels endless, yet without it, spring cannot bloom. The cold prepared the soil. The barrenness preserved the seed, and the waiting prepared the harvest. Likewise, your winter was long, but it was necessary. And now, the spiritual season is shifting. Spring is not a question. It is a certainty. Chosen one, the deeper meaning of this prophecy is simple yet profound. God rewards not only your faith, but your transformation. He does not simply honor the prayers you prayed, He honors the person you became in the process. This is why you could not quit. This is why even when you wanted to walk away, something inside held you firm. That something was the Spirit of God preserving you, keeping you aligned, ensuring that you would not forfeit the reward by abandoning the test. Now your life itself becomes a testimony. For others will look at you and see what endurance produces. They will see that when a person refuses to let go of God, even in the fire cannot consume them. They will see light where once there was darkness, strength where once there was weakness, joy where once there was sorrow. And this too is part of your calling to be a living sign, a walking prophecy, a demonstration of God's faithfulness to those who are still in their storms. So hear me. Your testing was never about breaking you. It was about building you. It was about preparing you. And it was about proving both to heaven and to earth that you are truly chosen. And now, as the meaning becomes clear, the prophecy makes sense. God will honor your faith with reward. Because the reward is not only external blessings, it is also the internal strength, the unshakable spirit, the purified faith that now rests within you. This chosen one is the depth of the word. You are more than a survivor. You are refined gold. You are a planted seed now breaking forth into harvest. You are the evidence that faith endures, and that faith, when honored, transforms everything it touches. Chosen one. How will you know this word is true? How will you recognize that God is moving, that your reward is unfolding? The Lord never leaves his children in the dark. He gives signs, subtle yet undeniable, personal yet universal, so that his chosen ones may walk in confidence, not confusion. As you listen now, pay close attention, for some of these signs may already be appearing around you, confirming that the shift has begun. 1. A holy restlessness. One of the first signs is a stirring in your spirit, a restlessness you cannot explain. Things that once satisfied you now feel empty. You sense a call to step into something greater, though you may not yet see what it is. That inner stirring is heaven's announcement change is near. 2. Unusual opposition before breakthrough. Do not be alarmed if right before the blessing you face sudden resistance. It may seem like unexpected problems arise. Relationships strain or obstacles appear out of nowhere. This is not to discourage you, it is confirmation. For when breakthrough is near, the enemy grows restless, trying to push you off course. But take heart, chosen one. Opposition is often the final sign that the door is about to open. 3. Sudden alignment and divine connections. Another sign is the appearance of unexpected opportunities. Connections or resources. Where once everything felt blocked, you will notice doors beginning to swing open sometimes without effort on your part. People you never imagined will extend help, doors you didn't knock on, will unlock, and solutions you didn't plan will present themselves. This is God weaving the reward into reality. 4. Repeated numbers, dreams, and symbols. God often speaks through patterns. Pay attention if you see repeating numbers, significant dreams, or recurring symbols that resonate with your spirit. These are not coincidences. They are divine markers pointing you toward fulfillment. The chosen one's path is often lit with such prophetic breadcrumbs, guiding them closer to the promise. 5. An unshakable peace. Amid uncertainty, perhaps the most powerful sign is the peace that settles upon you even when circumstances remain unclear. You may not yet hold the reward in your hands, but deep within you know it is coming. This peace is not natural, it is supernatural. It is God's way of assuring you, I am with you. The reward is already written. Chosen one. If you have seen one or more of these signs, rejoice. It means heaven has already set the prophecy in motion. The confirmation is not coming, it is here. The same Spirit that carried you through the test is now giving you glimpses of the fulfillment ahead. And even if you have not yet noticed these signs, do not despair. For sometimes the signs are revealed only after the reward has begun. Your task is not to chase after signs, but to remain steadfast in faith, knowing that when God moves, He leaves no doubt. So hold this truth close, you are not walking blindly. The signs are around you, the evidence is appearing, and the prophecy is unfolding. Heaven is confirming what your spirit already knows. Your reward is near. Chosen one, before the fullness of the reward comes forth, you must be aware there will be challenges. Not because God desires to burden you, but because the enemy despises your rising. What you are stepping into is not small. It is destiny. And destiny is always opposed. These hidden challenges are not punishments. They are confirmations. They prove that what God promised is real, because only real promises attract real resistance. 1. The weight of delay. Even as the reward approaches, you may feel like time slows down. Doors may creak open instead of swinging wide. This is not denial. It is process. The delay refines your patience and protects you from rushing ahead of God's timing. Remember, delayed does not mean denied. 2. The sting of misunderstanding. As you rise, not everyone will celebrate you. Some will question, doubt, even accuse you of being prideful or delusional. Do not let their misunderstanding wound your spirit. God did not choose them to understand your calling. He chose you to walk in it. 3. The temptation to settle. Perhaps the hardest challenge will be the temptation to accept less than what God promised. The enemy will offer substitutes, easier paths, and counterfeit blessings to lure you away from the real reward. Stay discerning. If it does not carry God's peace, it is not God's promise. 4. The pressure of isolation. There may come moments where the journey feels lonely. People who once stood beside you may fall away. This pruning is not punishment, it is protection. God is removing those who cannot walk with you into the next season. Though isolation feels heavy, it is often the space where intimacy with God grows deepest. 5. The test of endurance. Even after glimpses of breakthrough, challenges may still arise. Do not be surprised if difficulties continue. They are not a sign that you failed. They are a sign that you are advancing. Endurance is the final seal of faith. Chosen one. The hidden challenges are not meant to break you. They are meant to prove you. You are not fragile. You are fortified. What once would have crushed you now only strengthens you. So when the delay comes, wait in trust. When misunderstanding comes, walk in humility. When temptation comes, stand in discernment. When isolation comes, cling to God. When endurance is tested, hold fast to the promise. For every hidden challenge is an echo of the greater truth. The reward is real, and it is near. Do not let the storm blind you to the sunrise that follows. Chosen one, you have already proven your faith. These last challenges are not new tests. They are the final stretch before fulfillment. And just as labor pains precede birth, the pressure you feel now is the confirmation that something is about to be delivered. Hold on, for what you have prayed for is closer than you think. Chosen one, prophecy without instruction is incomplete. A word from God is not just to inspire, it is to direct. When heaven declares a reward, the chosen must prepare their vessel to receive it. Just as rain falls on ready soil, so too do blessings manifest for those who are positioned in faith. Hear me clearly. These instructions are not burdens. They are keys. They are not restrictions. They are empowerment. When followed, they align you with the flow of heaven and position you to fully walk in the reward prepared for you. 1. Guard your faith. The first instruction is simple, yet vital. Protect your faith. The enemy will attempt to sow doubt, whisper lies, and magnify delays. Refuse to give him your agreement. Speak life over your situation. Declare daily, my faith is honored. My reward is near. Remember, faith is not just believing once it is holding firm until the promise arrives. Stay in the Word. Your spirit must be fed. Do not neglect Scripture, for it is your sword and your sustenance. As you read, the Holy Spirit will highlight verses that confirm and strengthen this prophecy. Write them down. Meditate on them. Let them become anchors for your soul when storms arise. The Word is both shield and light, guiding you through uncertainty. 3. Cleanse your atmosphere. Chosen. 1. Be mindful of what surrounds you. Some environments and voices cannot travel with you into this next season. If certain relationships drain your spirit or lead you toward doubt, release them with love. If your atmosphere is filled with negativity, begin to shift it with worship, prayer, and declarations. A pure atmosphere invites the presence of God to dwell and direct. Walk in obedience. Even in small things, obedience is not just about grand gestures. It is about daily choices. Pay attention to the nudges of the Spirit. If God prompts you to forgive, do it. If He asks you to step back from a habit, surrender it. If He whispers to give, to pray, to rest, obey quickly. Every act of obedience builds momentum toward the reward. 5. Prepare practically for the promise. Faith is not passive. If you believe the door will open, prepare to walk through it. If you believe increase is coming, steward well what you have. If you believe opportunity is near, sharpen your skills. Practical preparation is an act of faith showing heaven that you are ready for what is coming. 6. Keep your heart pure. The reward is not just about what you receive, it is about how you carry it. Guard against bitterness, envy, or pride. These are snares that can steal joy and distort blessings. Pray daily. Lord, create in me a clean heart and renew a right spirit within me. Purity of heart preserves the purity of promise. 7. Stay in expectation and gratitude. Gratitude unlocks more. Thank God daily not only for what He has done, but for what He is about to do. Expectation positions you to see the signs, to recognize the reward when it comes. Gratitude multiplies it once it arrives. Together they form the posture of a heart ready to overflow. Chosen one, these instructions are not random. They are strategic alignments designed to keep you in step with heaven. And know this obedience is not always easy, but it is always fruitful. For every step you take in alignment, the reward draws closer, stronger, and fuller. Do not treat these instructions lightly. They are your sacred duty, but also your sacred empowerment. They transform you from a passive receiver into an active participant in God's unfolding plan. So rise with urgency, not with fear, but with readiness. Begin today, even in the smallest steps, to align with these divine instructions. For the Lord is saying, I am not only sending the reward, I am shaping you to hold it. Chosen one, as you step into alignment and walk toward your reward, let your heart be at peace. For the Lord does not call you into destiny without covering you with His protection. You are not uncovered. You are not left vulnerable. The one who called you is the same one who surrounds you. Remember this, you are shielded. The trials you passed through did not destroy you because divine protection was already in place. And that same covering will remain as you move forward. The arrows of opposition may fly, but they will not strike. The traps of the enemy may be set, but they will not prosper. For God has placed a hedge around His chosen ones. Imagine a fortress, high walls, strong gates guarded day and night. That is what surrounds you, though unseen. The Spirit of the Lord encamps around those who fear Him, and you are counted among them. You are never walking into this season alone. Angels have been dispatched to go before you, to guard your steps, to ensure you do not stumble. Chosen one. There will be moments when the road feels heavy, when you sense resistance pressing in. Do not confuse resistance with abandonment. Even when you cannot feel God's hand, His protection has not lifted. His presence is constant, even in silence. You may look back and wonder how you survived certain seasons, times when the weight felt unbearable, times when the attacks seemed unending. The truth is, you were carried. The hand of God shielded you even when you did not know it. And if He preserved you, then will He not preserve you now? Let this assurance settle deep within you. No scheme of man, no plot of the enemy, no force of darkness can undo what God has written. You are sealed by His promise, secured by His Spirit, protected by His power. When fear tries to rise, speak this truth: I am covered. I am not alone. The Lord is my shield and my fortress. When doubt tries to whisper, remember the times you were rescued, the battles you thought you lost, but somehow overcame. That was protection at work. Chosen one, your reward will not come at the cost of your peace. For God is not only releasing blessing, He's releasing assurance. You are safe in His will, secure in His plan, hidden in His presence. Walk forward boldly, knowing that heaven surrounds you. The path is guarded. The promise is protected. And the one who began this good work in you will be faithful to complete it. Chosen one. Can you see it? The moment when all the tears you cried, all the nights you wrestled, all the prayers you whispered in secret, suddenly makes sense. That is the transformation you are stepping into. When the reward comes, it is not just an event. It is a complete shift in who you are, how you walk, and how you shine. The first transformation is within. The weight you carried for so long begins to lift. The heaviness of delay is replaced by the lightness of joy. You will wake up with peace where there once was anxiety, with strength where there once was weakness. Your heart will no longer beat under the strain of waiting. It will beat in rhythm with fulfillment. Then the external signs will follow. Doors that were sealed tight will swing open with ease. Opportunities that felt like distant dreams will come to your doorstep. Relationships that were fractured will be mended, and new connections will appear, carrying purpose and alignment. What once seemed impossible will begin unfolding naturally, because the season of release has arrived. Chosen one, the impact of this fulfillment will not be small. It will ripple into every area of your life. Spiritually, you will stand taller, rooted, and unshakable. Emotionally, you will carry a joy that no circumstance can steal. Physically, you may even feel renewed as stress is lifted and vitality returns. Financially, provision will flow in ways that remind you that God's reward is both spiritual and tangible. And beyond yourself, your testimony will shine. Those who doubted you, who questioned your faith, will have no choice but to see the evidence of God's hand on your life. But instead of bitterness, you will carry compassion. For your transformation is not about proving others wrong. It is about showing others what God can do. Do you see the picture, chosen one? You are no longer the one hidden in the shadows, overlooked and underestimated. You are the one lifted, placed on a lampstand, shining for others to see. And your light will not be of your own making. It will be the reflection of the one who rewarded your faith. Fulfillment will not come in one single moment. It will unfold like dawn breaking over the horizon. First the faint glow, then the steady light, until suddenly the full sun shines and everything is illuminated. That is how your season will manifest steadily, beautifully, unmistakably. And when it does, gratitude will overflow. You will fall to your knees in awe, not because you finally made it, but because you will realize God was faithful the entire time. He was writing the story in every chapter, even the ones that felt like endings. And now the story reveals itself as glory. Chosen one. This is your portion transformation that makes you unrecognizable to your past self, and fulfillment that echoes the faith you carried when nothing looked possible. You will not only see the promise, you will live it, breathe it, walk in it. So prepare yourself not with fear, but with expectation. The transformation is not future, it is already beginning. The fulfillment is not distant, it is already unfolding. The reward is not only coming, it is here. Chosen one, you have heard the prophecy. You have walked through the unveiling, the meaning, the signs, the challenges, the instructions, and the assurance. And now you stand at the threshold of fulfillment. It is time to seal this word, not with fear, not with doubt, but with faith-filled affirmations that carry heaven's authority. Affirmations for the chosen one. Repeat these aloud and let them anchor into your spirit. 1. My faith has been tested, and God is rewarding it in full. 2. No delay, no obstacle, no enemy can stop what God has promised me. 3. I am chosen, protected, and aligned with divine timing. 4. The reward of the Lord is my portion, and it will overflow. Chosen one. When you speak these words, you are not just repeating phrases, you are declaring truth into the atmosphere. These affirmations are like keys unlocking the doors that have been prepared for you. Speak them daily and watch how they shift your heart, your perspective, and even your circumstances. Now let us close this prophetic word with a blessing that will carry you forward. The prophetic blessing: may the Lord who tested your faith now crown it with honor. May every tear you shed water the ground of your harvest. May the doors that were once locked swing wide before you. May peace guard your heart and joy overflow in your spirit. May the presence of God go before you, stand beside you, and dwell within you. And may you walk boldly into your destiny, knowing that you are chosen, beloved, and unstoppable in Him. Chosen one, leave this word not with hesitation, but with expectation. The test was real, but the reward is greater. You are stepping into a season where heaven itself will testify of your endurance. Go forth with confidence, for God has seen, God has spoken, and God will fulfill. And now, as you carry this blessing, let it echo in your heart. You are chosen, and your reward is near.